Alright, so that was about a 4-minute and 16-second solve. Not super fast, especially for how simple this part looks, but this part is quite tricky, and thank you, Toby, for making quite a difficult print. So looking at this print, a couple things right off the bat. We know that this part is centerline symmetric in 2 dimensions. What this means is we could theoretically model just a quarter of the part and do a body mirror all the way at the end. I've seen this work for a lot of people. I personally like to model the entire part at once and do my mirrors at the sketch level. That way I'm just building up the entire part, because most of the time, at least in my case, when I'm modeling parts for work, there might be symmetrical features, but the entire part is generally not centerline symmetric, especially not in 2 axes. Again, Toby made this print really difficult because of all of the dimensioning strategies. So this feature dimensions off the inside cut extrude, this dimensions off the outside of the boss. These are offset by a thin wall of 1.25 inches. We have all these reference dimensions, so these are called out somewhere else. So you have to kind of look around and try and find the dimensions where they are. That said, with doing a little bit of math and using center lines to add in our overall dimensions, we can make pretty short work of this overall. So let's jump right back into the part here. And we'll take a look at my approach. Again, I started off with drawing just half of the part, and if you notice there, I drew the right hand side with one center line, which is just a construction line in the middle. After that, I can select all and then mirror over without even having to jump into the mirror tool. So the reason why this works is because, and if you just have just one piece of construction geometry and it's a line, and everything else is non-construction geometry, so actual model geometry, the mirror feature will automatically pick this up as your symmetry line and mirror everything over. And again, you can just have that on your S key right there, so it's ready to go right away. You don't have to go through the mirror tool, individually pick the geometry, and then pick the center line that you want to mirror over. So that can save you a little bit of time. From there, we did a side profile thin cut extrude. So with just an open contour, you can use the same cut extrude feature. And when you jump into that, it gives you these two arrows. Again, this one is for the direction that you're going in, and this is the which side of the line is going to be cut. So it looks kind of like what it is. It's extruding a surface, and then it's cutting that face or anything on that side of the surface away. Again, you can click that line to cut the other side, or use the flip side to cut feature over here. So that's what that feature does. It's really handy just for, again, cutting through things without having to close off the sketch entirely, making it fully defined. You just have to make sure your lines are past your model geometry. From there, again, just offsetting from our outside face with a 1.25 inch surface offset. This is probably the key to making this model successfully and quickly, because this internal cut would be pretty difficult to do. We could do the exact same thing we did to build up the outer base, just build up an inner base with a similar kind of structure, and then do a Boolean subtract with just solid bodies. But I like the surface modeling approach. It's a little bit quicker. All you have to do is offset your surfaces, make sure you know where your surface tools lie within your S key. For me, they're all collapsed into this flyout toolbar. And I used to have some here, but I moved them all into this flyout toolbar, and I haven't used them in a long time. So again, be familiar with those. But offsetting your surface, making a straight cut all the way through, and then just trimming away everything. Again, from our surface cut edit feature, we can see, or not surface cut, cut with surface edit feature. So we can see there's this little arrow that pops up, so anything on this side of the surface will be removed, and then just double checking to make sure that yes, our surface does intersect into that hole, so we will actually remove all that material. We won't have anything left. So again, that's, for me, that's the trick to making this model work. For the second time through, I'm going to try something different. Instead of modeling the model with the exact same approach I just did, I'm going to try to model just 1/4 of the model and then do body mirrors at the end and see if that's any faster. So I'm going to give that a shot, see if I can't improve my own process, and hopefully it'll be faster, and we'll see if I like that more going forward.